Okay, let's dive straight in.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yes.
It's back on the US iOS App Store
Mm,
after what, nearly 5 years?
feels like it, yeah, since August 2020.
Right. And you probably remember why it vanished. Epic Games, they implemented their own direct payment system.
Mm-hmm. Tried to bypass Apple's 30% commission.
Exactly. Which kicked off that huge, high-profile lawsuit, Epic Games v. Apple, a real battle over App Store control.
Absolutely. Landmark case, really.
So our mission today is basically to understand, why is Fortnite back now? What does it actually mean for you if you're a player? And maybe more importantly, the bigger implications for the whole app industry.
Well, the why now part is, it's complicated, but it seems largely down to the changing environment around Apple.
How so?
There's just been so much more scrutiny on the App Store's practices,
Yeah,
from regulators here in the US, but globally too.
right. Antitrust concerns just keep growing.
Exactly. And legislative moves like the EU's Digital Markets Act are really putting pressure on Apple. It's making things like alternative payment methods, even third-party app stores on iOS, seem, well, possible now.
Yeah, the ground is definitely shifting. And Epic CEO Tim Sweeney, he didn't mince words. He called it a major victory for developers and consumers.
That tells you a lot, doesn't it? They see this as a really significant moment.
So for the players then, the ones who maybe missed playing on their iPhones or iPads, what's the deal? What's new or different?
Well, the good news is it should be pretty seamless. The iOS version has full crossplay.
Oh, nice. So you can play with friends on consoles, PC.
Yep, consoles, PC, Android, all of it. And crucially, your progress, it's all intact.
Okay, that's huge. So accounts, skins, V-Bucks.
All there. Your in-game progress, everything. You can basically just pick up where you left off nearly 5 years ago.
That's a massive relief, I bet. Nobody wants to grind all that again.
Hmm.
What about the game itself? Is it just the 2020 version drop back in?
No, definitely not. The current in-game season is Shattered Realms. So fresh content, new features, new storyline. It gives returning players something new to jump into.
A fresh start? Sort of.
Kind of, yeah. But with all your old stuff, and technically it's optimized for modern iOS devices. So expect, better graphics, smoother performance compared to the version that got pulled.
Okay, so it's not just a return, it's actually an upgrade in some ways.
You could say that.
But this feels bigger than just one, albeit massive, game.
Mhm.
What are the sort of ripple effects, the broader industry impact?
That's really the key question, isn't it? This could signal a real shift in how these mobile ecosystems work. Apple's facing immense pressure, as we said, to ease up on its restrictions.
We mentioned the EU's Digital Markets Act.
Right, which is forcing Apple to allow third-party app stores in Europe. And those kinds of ideas, those discussions, are gaining traction here in the US, too.
It does feel like the walls of the walled garden might be getting a few cracks.